strength through us, the people. For you said, for unto us a child is born, a son is given, his name shall be called Wonderful, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. We are his government, and we are going to do this. So, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of Muhammad, in the name of Allah, in all the names that we call you by, we say, let this day be the day that you planned for us. The day that we gonna make it happen, because today is another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yo, this white Honda has to move because it's blocking the bus. Whoever, oh, got it? Okay, boom, boom. Okay. 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 Just a moment. So 2 years ago, February 4th, 2018, 16-year-old Anthony Weber was murdered by sheriffs. 16 years old. He was a father, that's right. He was a father of a 9-month-old. And you have to think about that. This child is 4 years old. By the time that Anthony was 4 years old, he had lived out a quarter of his life because of these sheriffs. This girl is 7 years old. Because of the sheriffs, when Anthony Weber was 7 years old, he would only have 9 more years left of life because of these sheriffs. We have every right to be out here demanding answers and demanding accountability and demanding prosecution. Anthony Weber was a brilliant young man. He was loved. He was adored and loved. He had a beautiful, huge, just a beautiful family. I mean, a huge, big family, a rainbow tribe. And as they say, Anthony was the glue. Okay? The sheriffs kept changing their story. One moment it was that they saw him with a gun. When they couldn't produce a gun, it was he must have handed it to somebody in the crowd. And when that didn't stick, it was he must have tossed it somewhere. And when you know when a person keeps changing their story, what does that mean? They're lying. And as someone said, only in America can a black boy go on trial for his own murder. You understand? 16 years old. So I want y'all to please give your love to my sister, Miss Demetra Johnson, his mother, the woman who made him and put him out here and raised him. Her baby. I can tell you right now, AJ is smiling down on us right now. He would love this. He was all about bringing people together. I was born and raised in this community, so I don't care what the sheriff says or who he trots up there and say you're not welcome. You're 100% welcome. We call my son AJ. We never called him Anthony. He was AJ to us. But he was 16 years old, unarmed, shot 16 times. And the sheriff gave an interview the other day, and I heard a reporter ask him, what are he going to do about all these officer-involved shootings? He said he don't see a problem. It's been the same year after year. So what that told me, he don't give a damn about my son. He don't give a damn about the Johnson. He don't give a damn about Brian Twyman or Andres Guardado. It's too many of us today, but he don't care. So we have to come together and we have to take, starting with him and own up, Jackie Lacey, the president, all of them. So again, I'm standing out here with the John Kizzee family. He's a friend of the family as well. So he's my family too. Thank you. Miss Demetra Johnson, the mother of AJ Weber. Now, Sheriff Weber, he says that we are outside agitators, that we do not belong in this community,
and that we are not welcome here, and that we are the cause of the problem. Anthony Weber was killed on 107th Street in Budlong by these sheriffs out of South LA Station, 2 blocks away from where they killed Dijon. Who is the outside agitators? Who is the problem in this community? Who is the terrorist in this neighborhood? If you live in Los Angeles County, the county of Los Angeles, if you live in Los Angeles County, raise your hand. Where is the jurisdiction of the Los Angeles Sheriffs? If you live in the county of Los Angeles, if you work here, you are a stakeholder in this county. And our job now as stakeholders is to take that stake and drive it through the heart of Sheriff Villanueva. Sheriff Villanueva says we are not welcome here, that we came from the outside. Where does his deputies come from? We want the names, the addresses, the identification of the deputies that killed Dijon Kizzee today. And we're not going to stop there. We want the name and the address of every deputy in that department that works in this county. We want to know where their children go to school. We want to know where their mothers do their grocery shopping. We want to know where their grandmothers go to church. We want the jacket on every one of these deputies. We want to know what gang they belong to. We want to see the tattoo. We want control of this department. The community that lives in this neighborhood needs to have control and authority over the sheriff's deputies that live and operate and terrorize this community. We have a number of organizations that are here today. We're going to hear representatives from each of them. This is a collaborative effort. This is a coalition effort. This is not a one organization program. Our first organization, well, I'm going to call up TT from Caravan for Justice.
We back right now. Black Lives Matter protest. Right by the
Y'all know about us, Caravan for Justice? Out here fighting for people in the streets. We take it all the way to Orange County and back. Because everybody, everywhere, there's a lot of racism. But I'm going to ask you something today. I'm going to tell you there's 2 phases to this. One phase is us being out here now. But the other phase is us making sure we're calling the right people, voting for the right people, making sure we know the right propositions on the ballot, making sure that you're bugging these motherfuckers. When you leave here, you should be calling them, filing complaints, asking for justice, inundating their phone lines. Bug them. And I know a lot of you, it's hard for you to come out here sometimes, but I need you to understand this. I need you to take time for this revolution like you take time to binge watch movies on Netflix. When you tell me you ain't got time and you're busy, I need you to take this seriously like you swipe on Tinder or plenty of things. When you sit there laying in bed, I need you to educate yourself and find out what's really going on. Because you have to educate, organize, and mobilize in order to make this work. There's 2 phases, like I told you. There's this phase and then there's the next step. Don't forget about the next step. Voting. Knowing what propositions are about. Calling these people and filing complaints on them. Asking them for justice. Take that time to do that. Don't be lazy. Don't say, oh, I ain't got time when you know you do. This will bring your mind to this forward. This ain't no regular shit. This is a revolution. You can't do like you normally did. You cannot do like you normally did. You have to go out and find your shit. Nobody here knows that, boy. I know that, boy. And some of my white folks out here who have crossed that line to the sand and come out here and support us. Who have told us, hey, fuck you. Stop telling the nigger jokes. Stop telling the shit jokes. I don't want to hear it anymore. We have people out here who are standing up for us. We have a right, obligation, and a duty to make sure that this doesn't fall short like it has so many times.
big
There's
backlash.
people out here who
Gonna
fought
keep
for
busting
Martin Luther King, but still fight for the same thing how many years later?
Real niggas.
It won't work
Ain't no real
without
niggas
you,
and they want it
and
close.
you.
They're afraid of me.
You have to look in the
They will
mirror
not put them
and
cameras on me.
figure out what you're going to do and what part of this
You ever
revolution
ask
you're
them
going to be a
could you
part
get
of.
up there,
And
though?
all
They know
we
what the
ask
fuck
is
I
that
want.
Yeah.
1
I
hour
stay
a
in my
day
car.
you take,
I need the
1 hour a
motherfucking
day
money.
to
I need
learn
2
something
fucks.
about
This
it,
nigga behind
to
you.
do something for it.
Who you think
Just
he
1
is?
hour out of your life every day
That's
to
the
do
guy.
something for this cause. I want to have Anthony talk to y'all real quick.
When you can help me,
Yeah.
you want to kill me. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so when they can help me, they'd rather kill me.
Yeah.
I sat in this car. I live in this car right here. This Mercedes
It
Benz.
takes all of you, but today's the
Homeless
day
for 11 months.
that we
My
put
wife
a
kidnapped my
stop to the
son.
Stockholm
If
Syndrome
black
the police
lives
department and
matter,
sheriff
they
department
wouldn't talk
have
about
been
me and
creating
leave
in
here
our
tonight.
communities.
I know.
Today
The other
is the
night,
day
the
that we
police,
stand
I've been out
together
here
and
about
unite.
so.
Yeah. So
Through diversity,
who's
through
real and who's fake?
communication, and through
We don't
unity,
know
we
none
can
of these
overcome any
people.
obstacle.
They're poking at the
This
sheriff.
coalition, joining
And that's
many
the only
coalitions
reason they're
together,
doing it. It
is
should be about
indication
money.
that if we
And that's at the
take
end, ultimately,
part in
it
each
is.
other's fight,
Black
we
Lives
can
Matter.
win this
This
battle
is the first
and
one
make
that
the
I've
world
seen where
anew.
they're actually
Thank
doing
you guys
this.
for each coming
No,
out
they had
today.
one
Remember,
yesterday.
follow
It
I
Ionico
wasn't
Caravan for
there. I
Justice
was
on Instagram
downtown.
and Facebook. And hey, we need support. We need you guys every day because it's more than just a
I can walk
protest.
straight
It's
through here and
making
everybody move
policy.
because it's
It's
my
the
shit.
day-to-day, the behind-the-scenes, the phone
I can
calls,
walk that
the
way and
budget
everybody
reading,
move. This is
and
my shit.
everything, guys. We all
They're
have to
not
be in
where
it
they're
together.
supposed to
Thank
be.
you
This
so
shit
much.
exciting.
Yeah.
When all these motherfuckers leave, I'll be sleeping up by myself hoping a nigga don't shoot me.
Yeah.
Because I was brave enough to throw up the end.
All right,
Brave enough
everybody,
to throw
getting
up the
ready. This
W.
is a very,
Yeah.
very
They
special
not
person
throwing
to
up.
me
They're
and a
not.
very, very
They're
special
fake.
person to Dijon, Kizzee.
So, do you think the
The
Black
person
Lives Matter
that
is
was
good,
there
though?
with him
No.
from day one
No.
Niggas ain't fucking with
to
that
the
shit.
bottom.
Let's make
As
being
you
black
say, from the
legal.
top to the bottom,
Mm.
depending on where
Because
you're close
my
to,
black lives
from
don't
the
matter.
beginning to
They
the
park
end.
right next to my car right now.
I'm gonna go
And
ahead
they're
and
gonna
give
drive out the parking lot and leave my black ass there
Mm.
until they kill me. Then everybody in this
I want
circle
to thank
will act like
everybody
they remember
for
me and
coming
know who
out
I
for
am.
my
Yeah.
cousin, Dijon
At the Don
Kizzee,
Mega Show.
and I just want to
Dante
speak on
Smith,
myself,
Facebook.
justice, and the police
Yeah,
But
man.
none of this shit real.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get you in contact, man.
I'm right here. You can come to my house and
Yeah.
smoke some weed.
Yeah.
I'm a real nigga. What the fuck you mean? I can go take their mic. They gonna think I'm a legend. But the police ain't here to stop me.
Yeah.
Do what I want.
Absolutely.
At this point,
feel
I
that,
want
man.
to bring up a brother
any of them, though?
with a very long history
No,
of struggle.
they don't know
His
you.
mama the only
One of the
that
original
Yes, they don't.
founding members of
that's
the
only one
Brown
of them.
Berets, okay? There for the Chicano moratorium.
See what I'm saying? They trying to
Has
rally
been out here in this struggle
for anything.
for
Yeah.
decades.
You're not talking about Normandy and Imperial.
And to show black and brown unity.
We here, niggas
You know
in
what
their
I'm saying?
shit here.
So from Central
Whereas white
CSO,
folks in the front
he has been
saying,
holding
fuck
it
your
down
mama.
as far as
Fuck
those
the
shares
police.
on the east side. So from Central
Stay
CSO,
in my
I want
car.
you guys to please
Trust
give
me,
a
I
warm
have perfect
welcome from
confirmation
Mr.
for
Carlos
them
Montes.
people watching my back.
All right.
The same people that listen. I would not be throwing
Say
shit
his
at them.
name.
That's the police.
Say his
They can't
name.
wait.
Say his name. Thank you very much. I love it out here. The unity and the solidarity, black and brown, young
See the
people,
shit?
white folks.
Media.
We're in unity, right? Yeah, you're right. I'm from East LA. I'll tell you a little secret. When I was 6 years old, my family came from Mexico. Yeah, right. I'm Mexican. I lived in South LA. I live in the Florence area, right? And a lot of the black
Thank you
families
for your
were
time,
fleeing
brother.
the racism in Louisiana and the South.
Yeah,
And my family were fleeing the poverty in Mexico. And we lived together,
with the
united
Black Lives
together
Matter
to fight for a
out
better
here.
life.
Feels like
But
it's
also,
mad
as
at
a little
everybody that's out
Mexican
here
kid, I
protesting
faced
that
the
doesn't live in the
racism,
neighborhood.
the police abuse, the brutality against black and brown young men. We eventually, of course, moved to East LA. Anybody from East Los here? I'm proud to say that I lived in the best of both worlds, South LA and East LA. Sorry about you folks that live in the valley, right? West LA or whatever, but we're here in unity, right? And yeah, growing up in East LA, we got brutalized, we got beat up. I've been in the county jail many times. I've been beat up in the county jail. We got arrested, right, for protesting against police abuse. But we always had the unity and the backbeat of the Black Liberation Movement. Whether it was the Black Panther Party, the Oz, and NAACP, they always supported the Mexicans. But I'll put it out now. I'm saying Mexican, right? But I'm going to put you out there. We're really Chicano. We're not Latinx. We're not Spanish. We're not Spanish. And we ain't white. Even though we like it, though. We're down with the brown. Down with the black folks. But in East LA, we got the same animal, the sheriff, on the back of our neck. Yeah. The sheriff killed Orlea. Anthony Vargas. Shot him in the back. Anthony Vargas. They came up because there was a robbery at the local gas station, too, at the local 7-Eleven by the project.
So that's the sheriff station right there.
You know, shot him in the back, shot him in the head. And oh, we have to
They have it.
the wrong substance. I'm sorry. Bullshit, you're sorry. Right? They killed Orlea in the back. They killed
That's boarded off.
You go on and on and on. The sheriff in East LA are an occupying force. They think they own East LA. They drive around and act like it. They stop you, harass you with no problem cause, no crime.
Oh no,
So,
got
that's
a
right.
few protesters down
They're
here.
killing us, so we're united. We protested at East LA Sheriff a bunch of times. They always come out fully armed. We have the mob, you know, Lisa Varias. The mom of Anthony Vargas, the family, all the families get up in front of them.
Let me get her too. Thank God.
Defended for murder. Just yell at him one time. Asesino! 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 You know, but unfortunately, nowadays, a lot of those district sheriffs are brown and black. It's bad, right? They're brainwashed, right? But let me talk. The sheriff will put it out. I've already put it out publicly. There's a lot of sheriffs in East LA that get traumatized and abused by their own people, right? They ended up getting traumatized and they live in East LA. They abuse the family, domestic violence. So then the family calls the cops. The sheriffs come and beat up their own cops, right? And they fire on them, put charges on them. And then they start turning against them. I got it from reliable sources. Alex Villanueva worked at the East LA Sheriff's Station years ago.
So this is day 5 that everybody's been out here protesting. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna ask a few people. Why are they out here? What's the reason for you being out here for this 5th day protest? What are you hoping to accomplish?
The Banditos is a gang in East LA that has terrorized.
The gentleman earlier, he didn't like anybody being here. He didn't like the Black Lives Matter people being here, he said. He said they're agitators of the police, and then they leave the community, and the people that live here, they have to deal with it.
We've been at this thing a long time. We're going to keep fighting the Linwood Vikings gang with murdering, killing people. That all need investigation, the reform, and everything, right? And we're still at it. But Alex Villanueva, fuck Alex Villanueva.
Oh, hold on, let me ask you a question. So what are you out here protesting? The sheriffs? How long have you been out here all 5 days of the protest?
I haven't. I had to get a COVID test.
Oh, okay. Do you live in this neighborhood?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Huh?
I live in Hollywood.
Hollywood, but you came out to support? Oh, okay.
I was out here the night but I didn't get involved in an emergency situation, so I had to get a COVID test for that. But we're still in the middle of a fucking pandemic too.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Huh?
Are you from there?
Yeah, I'm reporting for WeAreLA. Just out here getting people's perspective on like why it is. I understood the first few days, yeah, but people are still going, so I'm just curious, you know.
I think this is kind of just an effort to get everybody out here.
Black people.
Do you think it'll be any results? Do you think anything will come from this, or do you think just like I know, but what do you hope that comes from this?
I mean, I hope that the fucking dickheads that shot him get murder charges, and I hope that they get fired, and I hope that they lose their jobs and go through all the.
Have they found out yet? Like,
I don't even know if they released the names yet. Like I've been looking every day, and I haven't seen anything about the names.
Oh, okay.
And they don't have body cams either.
Oh, okay. Hey, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
BLM, join the union, join revolutionary organizations that support the liberation of black folks and build a revolution, right? We need a revolution in this country. So the sheriff
different group, so it might be
You know, we gotta unite, jump on this guy, Alex Villanueva. He's going rogue on us. He's even attacking the board of supervisors. He called Hilda Solis a Malinche. You know what a Malinche is? Supposedly the Malinche was a woman, an Indian woman who was a traitor to the indigenous Aztec people and joined what's his name, Cortez, and conquered the native people, right? So for him to call, you know, that's what he is. He's a traitor. He is a traitor in people. His father is Puerto Rican and his mom is white. So we got to get him out, but we got to organize the pressure to get him out. We got to put these sheriffs under control. The unity of Chicanos, of black, white, every Asian, native people together, work for working people. We can build a movement, create a revolution in this country. It may not be overnight. You know, back in the 60s, working with the Black Panther Party and the Brown Berets, we thought the revolution was coming in the country. We didn't think we'd live beyond 30 years old. And Elvis Cleaver told us, don't trust anybody over 30 years old. And all of a sudden, we're 34 years old, we still got old. But we're here in the midst of the revolution, we're building the community organizations and the black community control the police. Now, in WeAreLA, stop the police killing, united, fighting.
Kids are waiting. Hurry up.
Had a little commotion right there. This Hispanic gentleman was trying to get somewhere, but of course the street's blocked off. We're on Imperial and Normandy right down the street from the sheriff's station. This, I believe, is their 5th day of protest.
Let's just give a little bit of context as far as black folks. I saw a picture last night on Facebook going around, and I just had to marvel. And it was a tall black man, and he was standing beside this child of slop on the ground. And it was talking about how in the not so distant days where black folks were real estate property in this country, the people in power would eat the best and most delicious and nurturing parts of the animal and then leave the slop on the ground for black folks, for those who were chattel slaves and real estate property to sift through and try to make food from. They fed black folks. When I say my dogs, I don't mean like with the respect, because they love dogs, right? They love dogs. And I hate to say they fed black folks, but it's not like we can't go get food or hunt food ourselves, but they were in power over us, right? I mean, black folks were literal factory systems, like literal cattle.
A lot of heavy traffic coming this way.
Y'all gotta get their oath of office. It's a contract where they can be put to death for doing what they doing if they violate it. Get their oath of office. It's a contract where they can be put to death for doing what they're doing. They won't fuck with it. Get their oath of office.
So all of the traffic is being turned around. A couple of angry people out here about having to be turned around.
Like an animal, the rider on anything, with the this bullshit story. They kill him, they keep the medicine, the DMT away so that they cannot save him. We have to start with the foundational concept of that they see black folks as less than animals in this country. And we can't talk about Black Lives Matter until we understand country. Black folks are the reason that the United States runs. Black folks fighting are the reason that there is the United States of America. They beat the Confederacy. So you have to realize what is happening in this moment. When Trump says he's going to make America great again. What you mean again? What does again mean? At what point? Because the further I go back in history, the worse they treated my folks. Right? It was never great. So you have to understand the language of violence that they speak so fluently, that they weave into these press conferences and speeches and stuff, talking about making America great again.
Every commercial, right?
They're trying to drag us back in time, and that's why it is okay to still fly Confederate flags, but that's the traitor flag that fought against this country. So when people are up and they're out marching in the streets with Nazi flags, with Confederate flags, you got to understand when they talking that South will rise again shit, that's what they talking about. Put y'all back in chains, right? But I'm an 80s baby, right? We the post-Tupac generation. Everybody say, fuck out of here. Right? We gonna stand together and united because we not going back in time. I want every fucking body out here. Take your ass to the polls and vote to defeat Donald Trump. Okay? Don't ask what that has to do with Los Angeles County. It has everything to do with it. When Donald Trump is funding Joe Collins and Robert Foster to come here and collaborate with the sheriffs and say, we will be there to force them. We will meet them with force. You understand? It's Trump dollars that they are using to say, we finna smash on these demonstrators. They ain't finna smash on shit. And I want y'all to know too, they speak the language of violence so fluently that they have to demonize us, who didn't kill any damn body. We ain't out here killing folks, but they gotta demonize us. And I'm telling you, just like you see bubbles in the air, just like you see my baby running around here on skates, you see my other baby with the rainbow hair, that's how we came out last week in the spirit of Dijon, Kizzee. With peace and love, and they still tear gassed us. And they still treated us like dogs. And they still were violent with us. So do not think that, we come out here in the spirit of peace. We're not going to throw no bottles. We're not going to give them a reason. But I'm telling you, don't believe the narrative. They're going to demonize us anyway. And that's why it's important for all of us to be out here and stand with these families. Because I understand my privilege. I'm speaking about my child in the present tense. That's a privilege to speak about your child being assaulted or violated by sheriffs in the present tense, because there's too many people among us are speaking about their baby or their loved one in the past tense. Okay? So we use that privilege to fight for them and fight against the narrative against them. So next I want to introduce from Revolution Club, our brother Noche.
Well, I want to shout out this young sister anyway, because she was out there bravely facing tear gas and speaking out against the attacks on people that happened last Saturday. And look, it is very important that everybody came out here today, because what happened to Dijon, Kizzee is not fucking normal, and people should never get used to it. And this is what they do to people all over this country. They have people in a situation where they're encircled, surrounded, murderously repressed, murdered in the streets, massively incarcerated, segregated into indecent housing. This is how they set up a whole people for a genocide. And when they come out and drive the protesters out of the streets night after night after night, they are telling you, this is what we can do to you, and nobody can come out and stand together to stand up against this. So when we come out here together, this is part of turning what they do, trying to encircle the people who have the hardest life, back around on them. We need to encircle them by bringing forward waves of people rising up all over this country. Yeah, I'm an outside agitator and you can too. Okay? Everybody who wants to see a world where the Dijon Kizzees can not only live but flourish should be agitating. Everybody who wants the generations of black and brown youth to grow up without a target on their back should be agitating. Because when I say genocide, I don't just throw words around. A genocide is killing off a whole people or a large part of that people. There has been a slow genocide going on with police murder and mass incarceration for years. But we are at a point where we could be facing a leap to a fast genocide. Donald Trump is a genocidal racist. If you think that's hype, if you think it's just talk, I encourage you to go to revcom.us and look at Bob Avakian's series, Donald Trump, Genocidal Racist. Look at how he talked about the Central Park Five. Calling for them to be put to death. Teenagers, underage, who were falsely accused. Who till this day, Donald Trump says they must have done something to deserve being locked away and put to death. These people are genocidal racists. And if they are allowed to stay in power, these gangs that are inside the sheriff's department won't just be a secret underground organization. They will become more like how the whole society is run and organized. And we right now need to be getting organized just as furiously, with just as much determination, with just as much sense of the stakes involved as the people who are mobilizing to impose a fascist America. That means being in the streets day after day, week after week, making all kinds of art that demands an end to the fascist America and a defeat for Trump. But it also means that some of us have to start networking and talking now about how are we going to defend the people and the rights of the people that are increasingly coming under attack. These neighborhoods that are under siege need to go from places of being brutally repressed to fascist-free zones where people are too organized and too united to be picked off and picked apart. And where people don't just see it as some people over there who are facing this, but see everybody who comes under attack this way as our people. I don't care if you're black, brown, white, red, green, purple, I don't care. If you're a human being with an ounce of humanity, this is your fight. If you're fighting for the immigrant children, if you're fighting for black lives, if you're fighting for democratic rights, or if you're fighting for a revolution to get rid of America and everything it stands for, we all have to come together right now, or else we will be forced to accept a fascist America. And just yesterday was 9/11. Which was an anniversary, not just of towers coming down in New York, but of Pinochet in Chile. Here is an example of what happens when a fascist comes to power. It wasn't just the same old oppression that people had faced in Chile for decades. People were driven out of the country. People who fought for justice and other kinds of rights were driven out of the country, driven underground, forced to find refuge. This is what Donald Trump's America will look like if we don't defeat this and get organized now. We cannot be planning for some future where we lose. We have to be planning now for how we win. And now finally I want to say, we in the Revolution Club, while we're uniting with everybody in this struggle now, we are getting organized for a time when we can overthrow this whole damn system. Bob Avakian has written a constitution to replace the American Constitution, not fix it up or make it better. Our police would be trained to die themselves and to take a bullet before they would ever murder one of the masses of people, because that's what it means to serve and protect.
want to be part of fighting to get to that different world. We need to unite, but we also need to get organized for an actual revolution. Come see me and all those in these Revolution Nothing Less shirts, and let's go. Let's get organized.
Okay. We're going to have Raul for the Latino Coalition of Los Angeles.
Where are black people at? Where are people at?
My name is Raul Clados, and I'm the founder of the Latino Coalition of Los Angeles. That was started 11 years ago because we weren't black enough, we weren't Mexican enough, we weren't Chicano enough. We're Central American leaders that have black, brown, and white colored people in our country. Well, we come from a struggle that we've been getting our ass beat since the 80s and the 90s for being refugees, coming from a fucked up system in a whole different part of the world. And then we share spaces where indigenous people whose lands were robbed that we sit in and stand in today, with different dialects, different languages, because we're all different shades and colors and sizes and ages. And we had a vision that we wanted to build off of the best practices and successes from the trailblazers in our previous generation, but we wanted to learn from their mistakes. And for that, I want to start off by thanking God, number one, for giving us this day. Number two, I want to thank all these youngsters.
So we're on Imperial Normandy. They're still protesting Dijon, Kizzee. Get a different view.
And there's been a lot of education even in the brown community on why Black lives matter, because all lives matter. So how inappropriate it is to just say brown lives matter too, or how about all lives matter. So a lot of education, a lot of dialogue, a lot of the sitting down about interracial couples and babies that we all created. Because we're the greatest country that we call Los Angeles. So we'll call this our own country. We have created this. Look at the original creators of the city of Los Angeles, and they look like all of us here. They did not look like that shit behind us right there.
El Pollo Loco right here was boarded up. I believe it was vandalized.
And many of us have tried to work with them. Today, they sent the sheriff, and Daniel Hernandez's case in South LA, it was LAPD. Where I go back in Rampart, while we go behind the fence, it was a Rampart scandal. They made fucking movies out of it. You want to watch one? Check out Training Day. Figure out, connect the dots where that comes from.
Ladies in the green hat are the observers.
And a lot of us have lived it and survived it and have fought for it.
So these streets right here were blocked off. The sheriff station's over there.
Where they always rather call it mission. Well, thank you, youngsters, for
The
calling
protesters are still
bullshit.
here.
Thank you for not accepting the status quo. Thank you for pushing my generation's movement to a whole other level. Thank you for fighting for our parents and grandparents when they're coming from other countries, whether they've been doing the bullying, police war, robbing and shit. Okay, stolen land. We're here to remember all the times that.
Hey, what symbol is that right there?
It symbolizes the ideological and institutional link between the KKK and the current sheriff and police system.
Oh, that's a. Oh, okay, that's a.
Klan guy. And that's the other side of the
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You been out here all 5 days protesting?
So?
You been out here protesting the entire time?
Since George Floyd, pretty much every week.
Oh man.
Okay, sorry.
forward. The sheriffs are starting to inch forward already. The sergeant, I think whoever is over there, his body language, everything, he did already huddled with the rest of some of the other ones. So, yeah, we're just trying to get people away from this line. So, because they're inching forward right now.
They're inching forward?
Yeah, they've moved significantly from when we got here. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to make you do anything, but I just want you to know. Yeah.
Like they were behind the cars and now they're moving up. No, I got you, man. I'm just covering it for the people.
Yeah.
Almost
Just be
Africa.
safe. Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you were being safe, you wouldn't be out here. So why are you out here? I know. I'm trying to protect people, so let them march out here. Okay. Sure.
So if they actually now move back,
I didn't hear you.
no, she's asking them to move back. That's all, because we don't want them to get excited. Trust.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing or arguing
Yeah,
with
but
her.
you gonna tell me to do something. What you want me to do? No, just keep it cool. What she's saying makes sense. It does. To me, yeah. I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I don't want to get shot. I don't want you to get it. So if no. But see, when we have people not listening and want to do what they want to do, it creates a problem. That's all. All she asking you to do is step back. That's it. Under the circumstances. We good. She all right. She all right. She all right. She gonna be all right. Don't worry about it.
So the young lady right there, she doesn't want to move back. The Black Lives Matter people are trying to keep everybody back. She's saying that the police are getting agitated and inching closer.
This pigs have gone down here and trained police officers for those countries.
How you doing? So we can't stand right there?
You can, it's just that they get all froggy when people get close to the line, you know?
Oh. All right.
They're killing them, and there's nobody to speak up on those killings because they label them gang members. They label us gang members, and nobody raises a fist when the gang member is shot down.
So they're trying to keep the
Right? So, we still have to
protest peaceful.
to fight back. You know, I'm getting
This
so
lady's
lazy
agitated that they're
with
trying to
that
keep
type
her
of
back.
aggression. Because when they pick us up in our neighborhoods and take us across the block into a rival neighborhood,
She was saying that they can't guarantee that nothing happens to her. And she's not going to listen to what anybody says. She's going to do what she wants to do.
is part of the game. But no, I'm saying that it's not. They be kidnapping us, killing us. They've taken us to the criminal justice system and lied on their own to perjure themselves, and they continue to call themselves experts. Being police officers, they're not accountable to lying on their oath in a courtroom and have sentenced thousands upon thousands of black and brown, primarily brothers and sisters, to life imprisonment for crimes that they not committed. That's police brutality. So we're calling it for what it is. And we're calling what's going on in Central America right now. And that's why this movement is not isolated. Our movements are all united. Immigrant rights are criminal justice rights. And we gotta fight with it the same way and the same energy. So when you hear about shit being talked about immigrants, that's what they telling you to speak. That's the white man and the politicians, mostly Republicans, that are telling you what you should feel about me. About our immigrant kids that don't speak English. Right? It's their rhetoric that they're trying to pump into our minds. Fear the black man, they tell the immigrants. But through the Black and Brown Alliance for Justice, we're breaking that shit. We're bringing black and brothers together.
We're going into neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, where we're invited to by our street brothers to break some bread in that community. So if you want us to go into your hood, talk to your homies and have them invite us. And we are going to be there providing food for our people. Because we need to start breaking bread with each other, just like the sister's been talking about. It's not enough to come over here and protest and everybody goes into their silos. We need to go and break bread and get to know each other for who we are. Get this black and brown, white little youngsters together so they know what the hell we are. Right? So now, there is a demand that we have to take on. We have been coming here. Protest after protest.
This gentleman right here, he's disagreeing with everything they say.
We've been coming out here. Protest after protest across the city, across the county.
He ain't helped shit.
And have all kinds of people coming out here. Now it's our turn. Now it's our turn to take it to the ballot box. We cannot do this and not vote. We cannot do this and not register to vote. How many over here are registered to vote? Not even half.
That gentleman right there.
Not even half of the people raise their hands. So homies who deals right now through the Black and Brown Alliance for Justice are raffling
is what he's
2
saying.
Chromebooks if you register. If you register, so that's the reality. We have to take this energy into the ballot box and get enough people around, because that's the only way we're gonna get this motherfuckers out. We gotta regain the right to vote for formerly incarcerated people. See, I can't vote. I'm in the asylum from El Salvador. If I went back to my country, the law enforcement would execute me.
Yep.
That's what I fled. That's why I came here. And I proved it in the courtroom. That's why I'm here. But they don't want to make me a citizen. So they know that I'll be voting. So I need you to vote for me. I need you to vote for me. So let's do this, people. This is us right here. Peace. Alexander, vamos unidos. Raul Cloud, Latino Coalition of Los Angeles. The Black and Brown Alliance for Justice of Los Angeles. This community is united. We are going to defend Westmont. We are going to defend this community. And we're calling for mutual self-defense. If they attack one of your neighbors, that means they're attacking all of us. If they attack your family, that means they're attacking my family. Working people, poor white people, black people, Mexicans, Central American immigrants, we all have the same enemy. And we all have to stand together. I don't care what kind of music you listen to. I don't care what kind of food you eat, what language you speak, where you came from, or how you got here. We all have the same interest, and we have to unite in the same struggle. This is a disciplined action. And I want to make one announcement. Can I have your attention? If you see somebody with a yellow vest, that's the official security for this action. If somebody in a yellow vest asks you to cooperate and help, please cooperate and take that instruction to support this action. Please do not act individually. This is a collective action. We are not here as a group of individuals with our own agenda. This is discipline, and when we leave, we are leaving in a disciplined and organized fashion to bring this family back to their block. Together. Our next speaker from Black Lives Matter in Pasadena. In Pasadena, they have their own problems with the Pasadena police murdering people. It's the same struggle in Pasadena that it is right here. And we are uniting from neighborhood to
city, and we are going to organize from block to block, street by street, until we have this entire county unlocked against these sheriffs, against these police. Our next speaker is Nafisa from Black Lives Matter in Pasadena.
How y'all doing today? I'm so happy to see all you guys out here. This really is beautiful. At the end of the day, like, we're all battling with this situation. On August 15th, the Pasadena police shot down Anthony McClain. Anthony McClain was running from the police officer, and they shot him in his back. After they shot him in his back,
Oh, this brother's agitated over here with these protesters.
Everybody else, we're moving back to the march. Everybody else, let's go. Let's go. Everybody who's part of the march, let's move. We came here to march. We came here to unify. Let's stick to the action. I told myself that I had to get out here. I had to be proactive. I had to bring my kids. I had to bring my friends. I had to tell everybody. Let's go. Let's move together. Because at the end of the day, all these cities and all these different states, the police are beating us down. They don't care about us. They don't care if we live and if we breathing. I'm confused to what they're doing. What are they protecting over there? That's what threw me for a loop. And then when I see here, I see that they got on the other side.
She's good. She's good. You're good too. I'm not against nobody. We want y'all here, but we don't want y'all in front. Talking about fuck y'all, sit in your booty, and then running home. If it wasn't for him, I'd be dead.
All right, everybody else, let's go. Let our brothers stay.
This gentleman is supporting the police, and he's mad at everybody in his community saying something different.
I tried to embrace y'all like this.
We're about to start the march.
I'm gonna say what I want.
Unified.
You couldn't embrace me. You fucked up. You fucked up.
If we all move together, let's all move together.
He's in complete disagreement with this Black Lives Matter movement. He's homeless. He's living in the car. He's saying they're causing trouble for him. He's irritated. He said he supports the people. He doesn't support Black Lives Matter.
Let's go.
That's what this gentleman's saying.
I ain't gotta lie.
Come on.
I'm real.
When a real nigga step up, let him do that.
We are letting him do his thing, bro. That's nice.
Everybody else, the march is about to start.
Just let them do whatever they want. We have to come together. Just like they come together. This is a game. This is a liar. Donald Trump told her to shoot her with. Get out of here.
I'm here for everybody. I'm ready to walk the streets. I'm ready to tell these racist ass pigs that we're tired of you guys. We want you guys gone. Find the police.
So Kitty's out here showing love to the protesters. He is just against Black Lives Matter. He's saying they are not helping at all. He has not been helped.
Don't be my son. Zaire Smith. Zaire Smith. Zaire Smith.
While my LA residents, Imperial is blocked off. Imperial Normandy. If you're going east on Imperial, go a different way. The gentleman in the vest, they work for Black Lives Matter, and they're trying to push everybody back. He's mad that everybody's from the valleys out here, from other cities. They would not allow this man to get on the microphone. Again, this is A1 on the streets reporting for WeAreLA. If you are coming west on east on Imperial towards Normandy, towards the 105, find a different way, because this block right here, as you can see, is blocked off.
We gotta stand strong, come together, and Shut their ass down.
You want me?
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, we matter here. Black lives.
You a motherfucking lie.
I want you all to pull out your
Hey,
phone.
were they trying to pull you to the
Go to
mic?
social media.
Faggots. No
and
disrespect.
hashtag John
There's
Kizzee
some liars.
and to
We don't know them.
their share.
They're trying to media make money. I need money to see my son. You brought it to me, I'll give it to you back.
Who knows how much money the sheriff has out here?
They gave me more money than you.
The exact number is 3.3 billion.
These are frauds.
Imagine what we could do with 3.3
So
billion.
the protesters are coming out and giving this gentleman some money, you know, supporting his cause. He's angry. He's pissed off at this whole Black Lives Matter movement. Again, this is A1 on the Streets reporting for my people in LA and anybody else tuning in. Again, if you're coming east on Imperial, it is blocked off by the sheriff's station off Imperial Normandy. You want to go a different way or get on the freeway. They've been out here protesting for 5 days now.
Our people. But instead, they sent $3.3 billion to the fucking sheriff. They sent $3.3 billion to the fucking sheriff to shoot and kill Black and Latino people right here in the city and county of Los Angeles. Shame! Black lives, we matter here. Black lives, we matter here. I'm gonna pass the mic to my sister Tara. I understand. Okay, so thank you. Okay. Thank you. Dijon Kizzee, say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Anthony McLean, say his name.
Anthony McLean.
Say his name.
Anthony McLean.
Say his name.
Anthony McLean.
AJ Weber, say his name.
AJ Weber.
Say his name.
Protests
Say
are
his name.
very peaceful.
Say his name.
AJ Weber.
This is why we are here.
But the street is blocked off.
of this shit. Because I'm going to be pissed off if I have to be out here for my son in 10 years. This is unacceptable. And they want us to learn to accept this. They talk about the fucking people in the community and people out here protesting. We need no justice, no peace. If there is no justice, you can't sleep. We gonna be out here. Dancing, walking through the neighborhood. I'm pissed off. We was out here 2 years ago for ABCs. Now we're out here with the Johnson P. I'm pissed off. Stay consistent. Do this work. Don't get comfortable. You hear the people. If you live over here, you hear the people out here chanting and marching. Get your ass up and get your ass out here.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here. I want to introduce the mother of Kenneth Ross Jr., also slain by the LA County Sheriff.
Black Lives Matter, what's up? Los Angeles, what's up? What's going on? I'm out here with the John Kizzee. I want to get justice. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. My son is Kenneth Ross Jr. I'm the mother of Kenneth Ross Jr. My name is Miss Bazia Amaru. He was murdered April 11, 2018 in the city of Gardena. He was shot in his back with an AR-15 military assault weapon. What was my son doing? Nothing but mind his fucking business. And guess what? They murdered him, shot him in cold blood, and had the audacity to fucking handcuff him when he was already dead. They kept the video from me. I didn't get the video for 2 fucking years. So I know about these racist motherfucking white supremacist cops. They ain't shit. And fuck Jackie Lacey. Okay? You think she prosecuted this white supremacist cop that murdered my son? That murdered 4 other fucking people? No, she didn't. Fuck that bitch. So guess what? After they murdered my son, they kept the video. Like I said, when they kept the video, it came out. They said he was armed and dangerous, and they were scared for his life. Come to find out, Kenneth didn't have no gun. Kenneth wasn't armed and dangerous. They murdered him in cold fucking blood. You know why? Because this bitch Jackie Lacey gonna let all these motherfuckers get away with it. Because guess what? She's working with these motherfuckers under the table, getting fucking money. She don't give a fuck about nobody. Every night I go home, I ain't got my son. These police ain't go home to their fucking families. They go home to their children. Now there's another motherfucker out here killing again, and they ain't prosecuted nobody. I'm tired. I've been out here since April 11, 2018. I've been out here a long time. I've been out here protesting. The day that my son got murdered, I was out there that same evening because Rashawn Mack got murdered at Crenshaw Mall. I was on Crenshaw King the same evening. I'm tired of the bullshit. Jackie Lacey, bitch, you getting the fuck up out of office, bitch. You must get the fuck up out of here, bitch. Now the phone Kizzee murder this fucking bitch. You wanna murder him? That his home for me. This his home. This shit hurts. I can't even sleep at night. You know what's happening? Everybody's getting out here. These white supremacist cops think they get away with it. This bitch Jackie Lacey needs to be fucking prosecuted too. This bitch needs to be fucking accountable for this fucking shit. Okay? I got enough. I really got enough. These are my old stuff down. The carry on gun laws, that's my man. I grew up in South Central. You know what? Let me tell you something. The sheriff, they think they got something. Fuck the fucking sheriff. Fuck the motherfucker. Okay? Sitting out there like you don't know shit. When you're out here killing motherfuckers every day. I got enough. I'm like I said, I'm the mother of Kenneth Ross Jr. I will get justice for my son. Okay. Anyway, I'm here to support Black Lives Matter and all my people that have been fucking murdered by the police. Kenneth Ross Jr. say his name. Kenneth Ross Jr. say his name. Kenneth Ross Jr. Kenneth Ross Jr. say his name. Kenneth Ross Jr. I just want to say this is a broad coalition organization. This is my husband. We with Mrs. Aquarius, the auntie of Dijon Kizzee, put this coalition together. You know what I mean? So we have a tight speakers list. If everybody can keep an eye in tight 3 minutes, I was over there dealing with what's going on, but I want to let you know who the organizers are. That I not here to be disrespected. That's his brother that got killed there too. That's all. So his brother out there talking about saying he got every right to be out here and speak our peace. So please don't come and disrespect the organizers. I'm gonna say that out my whole chest. Please. Don't be disrespectful, man. Don't be disrespectful. Fuck up, don't fuck that shit. Don't fuck that shit. Okay.
Listen up. We have Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. Justice for who? Dijon, Kizzee. Justice for who? Dijon, Kizzee. Justice for who? Dijon, Kizzee. And what do we want? What do we want to do? And what do we want? And what do we want to do? And what do we want? What do we want to do? Justice for who? What's his name? Justice for who? What's his name? Okay, we want to bring up Black Lives Matter. The enemy is on the other side of the fucking line.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm trying to talk to you like a grown-ass adult. And you started shit.
The enemy's on the other side of that line.
Hey, I'm walking the step along.
We got somebody saying we all here together. That's the whole point. Let's talk. That's all it is. Let's talk.
We've been out here for years, though. So don't try to, make it seem like that.
We all here. The enemy on the other side of
Yeah, we can't have black people disrespecting the organizers who put it together. It was in this time and place. It's out there. Let's keep focused. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless.
Black lives, they matter here. 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 Hey, if you're with us. Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
What do we want? What do we want? Murder charges. When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want them? No justice, no racist. No justice, fuck the racist. No justice, fuck the racist. No
They moving
justice, fuck the racist.
the peaceful protest from the sheriff stations
Fuck the racist.
back to 109.
What do we want? What do we want? When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want? No peace. No peace.
How you doing?
No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No justice. No peace. Justice. No peace. No peace. Fuck the racist police. Justice. No peace. Fuck the racist police. No justice. No peace. Fuck the racist police. What do we want? When do we want? What do we want? When do we want? What do we want for? What do we want for? Dijon, Kizzee! Dijon, Kizzee! Dijon, Kizzee! Dijon, Kizzee! I can't hear you!
Let's try to keep it real.
No justice! No justice!
mic in a minute. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. No peace. No peace.
The protesters moving away from the sheriff's station and back to 109. I believe Imperial is clear now, so if you're in the city of LA, you can continue east on Imperial.
That's why Melina was trying Carlos is going to come out. You just never know. I don't know about that.
Murder charges. Now. Murder charges. Now. Murder charges. Now. Murder charges. Now. Dijon, Kizzee. Dijon, Kizzee.
Everybody has left the sheriff station and reorganizing back in a different location. Get that picture in.
No peace. Ready. What's that? Hey! Back in ground, tear it down. Hey! Up our city. Hey!
We are on Vermont and 112th now.
Get everybody to leave the back. Like, don't do that shit.
What is his name? One more time. So what do we want? When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want them?
Beautiful thing. What you think? You think something's gonna become of this?
Man, that's complicated. Do I think something's gonna come of this? Absolutely. Absolutely. It just. This is. I assume this is live here.
Yeah, we're live on WeAreLA.
On what?
It's WeAreLA. That's the
We Are
YouTube
LA.
channel.
Cool.
Yeah, we're
Check
live
that.
right now.
You know, I'll be a lot more optimistic about it when we have political leadership in Los Angeles who are governing like they're governing for Los Angeles and not governing for the way that it looks for Joseph Biden's campaign. We need a mayor in this city who governs for this city, doesn't govern for what it'll look like on MSNBC or Fox News if he says something bad about Alex Villanueva, who goes on Fox all the time. This shit is too high stakes. It's too important. People are dying. That's why people are out here. People are dying, and we have a mayor who wouldn't even say Dijon Kizzee's name last week when he was asked directly about it at a press conference. He said something like, "We saw one just the other day or just yesterday or something." He started to, and he wouldn't quite, because he's not going to touch it, because he doesn't give a fuck about the job that he has now. He doesn't give a fuck about the people of the city right now. He gives a fuck about his career and about the Joseph Biden campaign, which is going to be very good for his career if he wins the election, of which he is the campaign co-chair.
Oh.
So, do I think something's going to come of it? Yeah, absolutely. If people stay in the streets, if people keep calling, if people stay angry, if more people get angry. I mean, when's the last time you saw, before this summer, when's the last time you saw this number of people in the streets? Of course it's a good thing. I definitely think it's a good thing.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you, man.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're passionate about it. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Something happened over here. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to get her some tires.
All right, we need to find that person.
And they slashed her tires?
She was trying to run people over.
She was trying to run people over?
She was trying to go. She was trying to see it, and then somebody was like, "You ain't going nowhere." Let her tire.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of the back ones are slashed. I see.
Yeah, she was running people over.
She was running people over?
So people had their bike in front of her. They were trying to stop her, and then she just kept going and kept pushing. And then some dude was like, "You need to stop," and then she kept going. So he put the tire, and then he went and he left.
Wow. Well, I hope everybody's okay back there.
Everybody's good so far.
All right.
Got 2 flat tires.
Yeah, she do have 2 flat tires. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going north. Going north on Vermont. Walking through the streets of South LA. If you're in the city of LA and you're going north on Vermont, you might want to take a different street. So it looks like Vermont is going to open back up. They're going down 109th off of Vermont, west on 109th. So if you're in LA, Vermont is opening back up. Someone just mentioned they are going back to the spot where the shooting occurred. So if you go south or north on Vermont, you should be okay for all my LA residents.
I'm not condoning what they did, okay?
Yeah.
And I think it's wrong, okay? But in the same token, what he was doing a couple of days before that was wrong also. And they were
Got a little off-road right there. Going back up 109th off of Vermont. How you doing, man? Huh? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. People in the neighborhood are very nice. Yes, ma'am. It's okay.
It's okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nice senior citizens passing out water. Very thoughtful of her. We're almost caught back up to the crowd. How you doing, sir?
I know, right? And I'm all about abolishing the Constitution as it is.
That's a beautiful bird. Look at the bird. How you doing, man? Squeeze right back.
I just want to reiterate one more time that
You're talking tough. Go do it. He's defending someone that slashed the tire. That shit was not cool.
She was trying to run over the rest of the crowd.
Were you there at the beginning? That's not what happened. She did not try to run over the crowd. You think that was in her intent to run people over? Fuck no, it wasn't. I'm trying to find the person who did. He's defending that. Fuck. That person ain't doing shit. If there wasn't a mob, right? They did that to someone in the hood who lives here. Who is that person that did that? Who was trying to defend him? That shit ain't cool. I'm not from the... What does that matter?
That would be the best thing to do.
And he's talking that. He's talking that. I'm testing him. He ain't down to do that shit. He just talked.
I didn't slash any tires, man. So just relax.
You just said you slashed the rest of the 3, and I gave you the knife, but you're a bitch. You ain't gonna do it.
Well, of course not.
This shouldn't even be a conversation.
Why are you getting
What's
mad?
going on?
Yeah, good idea. Let's go. He's defending the fucker slashing tires. He ain't on that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, what happened, man? You keep
that.
It's all good, man.
Hey, I'm with these people, but if they do some wrong shit, I'm gonna call it out too. That's how it is. That's how the fuck it is.
Call that shit out.
That fool's a bitch. I don't care if your homie's with him. He's a straight bitch.
I'm not homies.
Well, he's a bitch either way, Mr. Bubbles. He ain't down to tell me who did that shit.
Well, I think he witnessed it.
I ain't gonna call the police. I got on camera. I ain't gonna call the police. But justice, right?
It's
Street justice, right? So he's being a bitch and a pussy, bro. He's trying to say he'll flash the rest of the 3. He ain't doing shit. I gave him the knife. He said he ain't gonna do it because he don't got a knife. So if that's your homie, he's a bitch. Just so you know that. Looking you in the eye, you too. Yeah, I know you don't got shit to say.
That's not my homie, bro. So you addressing the wrong people. Yeah, you addressing the wrong guy.
I'm looking for Tatisha. You got a good sister? We have an announcement. One of the neighbors is trying to get out, and we're considerate and kind to each other to do this thing. Can we please let that neighbor out? It's kind of like a cube car that's blocking one of the neighbors that needs to get out. Somewhere by a truck, down by the truck. Black. That's what I'm looking for. That's literally what I'm looking for. All right. Now we're going to flip up the energy. We apologize for those folks who did not come in the spirit of unity and in the spirit of justice for Dijon and in the spirit of labor and organizing, because it takes labor and it takes organized labor to come up here and bring all these coalitions together and to stay disciplined and to stay together and to decide that we're going to get back here safely. So we ain't going to be moved. So right now we're going to flip it because it's also a celebration of his life. I organized this with Mrs. Sequeria, right? And she's going to take a water break. And at this time, we're going to start off this cipher, okay? Because we came out here in a spirit of unity, right? And the culture that has gotten us through, music has been our lifeline. No matter what. It don't matter if you was in prison or you went to foster care. You feel me? You got separated from your family somewhere. That music kept you. That music kept us. So in that spirit, man, let's just kick off this music, bro. I don't even know if we got sound, we got beats, we got acapella. Yeah, we got beatboxing. Who's beatbox? Hey. Let me find out somebody beatbox up in here. Come on over here. Stop playing. Hey. Oh, we got drums. If we finna set it off like that, South African style. Yeah. Hey. Make sure that shit on point. Hey. Yo. Feel the hell in the cousin. This is from a verse, from a song called Ancestors. And we did that This verse right here is Spirit of Harry Sutton. Yo, check it. Dead nigga tell no tales. I wish you would turn back to get a song kill. Word out, man. You ain't going back to the field. Turn around, rubber man, for your back gets killed. And that's real. North Star, following the North Star. And my white car, brag like a house top. And my gun real quick. It's a North Blue North. And we out here working. I got so hurt. And it's like all this with my hair wide open. I got older. I got older. With the whole press back next to my shoulder. North Star, not what I got to soldiers. I'm the enemy of organization. Military coordination. Separation. On the black nation. Put me on the team when you care about my right. Sing it. In the water. Sing it with me. In the water. I wish you would turn back to get us all killed. Word up, man. You ain't going back to the field. Turn around, rubber man. You got to get killed. And that's real. North Star, following the North Star. And my right car, back out of the house, now talk. And my girl real short. It's all too hard. But we out here dark. Cause I got so hard. When it's like all this with my hair wide open. I got bolder. I got bolder. With the whole press back next to my shoulder. North Star, not what I got to shoulder. I need to put in me on organization. Military coordination. Self-determination. Federal black nation. Put me on the 20 when you stand up for race.
in the water. God's gonna trouble the water.
If you can, I guess people are trying to leave. I'm sorry, all the cars are parked right here on the block, blocking the way. You can park at the elementary school. You just want to make sure that the folks who live on the block have to leave, you know what I'm saying, are able to come and go as they please, and that we're not a disturbance, but we're an inspiration, upliftment, and in solidarity with the folks that live on the block. So if your car parked over here, relocated to the school, to keep this vibe going. I don't know who you are, otherwise I just be like, hey, feel me? I'm just announcing it into the air. If your car is parked down the street over here, please relocate it to the school so that the people in this neighborhood can move about freely. Right. All right. I gotta ask from y'all. I gotta ask. It's a call and response. The call and response, like my sister Aquarius said, that comes directly from Africa, right? Matter of fact, I went to South Africa once and I did learn a little bit of Zulu, right? So over here, the oppressed black nation, we say all power to the people, right? All power to the people. The way that they say it in Zulu, Amanda, it also Amanda. It's a little fuck there, Amanda, Amanda. Who said Amanda? And that Amanda, power. And when we say Aweku, so when we say all power to the people, right? They say power. Right? So we say Amanda. Aweku. Amanda! Aweku! Amanda! Aweku! If you better march to the street, whatever to say, because these people have so many freedom songs among them. You don't even know what they're saying, but when you hear it and you feel like you're strong enough to lift up a car and go talk to them, because it just empowers you and invigorates you so much. You know what I'm saying? But there are. We didn't lose all of our Africanism. We didn't lose all of them, right? So when you see these people that step in and using their hands and feet, that's the right from Africa. When we got here and they took our drum away, we used our bodies as drum. That's right. That's right. And that call and response, that's one of our Africanism. So we can just go full acapella right now. I got an ask of y'all, and it's a call and response, right? When I say down for the count, up before the bell rings, you say swing. Because we get down for the count, right? And these sheriffs are definitely trying to knock us down, right? And it's okay to get knocked down, right? Because we only human. And that's why we out here, because we assert our human rights. But you got to get up before that bell rings. You can be down for the count, but you get your ass up before that bell rings. You keep swinging. That's right. That's right. So when I say down for the count, up before the bell rings, you say swing. Down for the count, up before the bell rings. Swing. Right. Bet. That's their call and response. So I'm gonna start. It's gonna be fully acapella. 6 years old, they had me on my knees, but I wasn't praying. Bathroom door locked, while inside I'm being tainted. Skinny little girl, big world, nobody banging. That'll get you touched on, be humiliated. Staring at the girl in the mirror like I hate her. Thought that I would die from the shame I felt naked. Scared of the world, didn't know if I could take it. Mama was a drug addict, me a crack baby. Humble as beginners, I can never grow to greatness. Fighting for my life, hard surgeries to make it. Escaping my reality through my imagination. Foster home to foster home. Home is where the hate is. Foster family Catholic, but ain't nothing sacred. Wouldn't even comb my hair for school. You couldn't fake it. You can never know the pain inflicted from your hatred. I know that God is real because you tried to break me. Never let you get the best of me. I put that on the ocean and the air that I breathe. Up against the ropes like Muhammad Ali. Down for the count, up before the bell rings. Never let you get the best of me. I put that on the ocean and the air that I breathe. Up against the ropes like Muhammad Ali. Down for the count, up before the bell rings. For my girls in the foster homes and group homes. Keep your dream alive till you buy yourself a new home. Nose to the grindstone, leave the hate behind. They never did deserve you. Keep the faith alive. Looking out for love, but it's buried deep inside. And only you can bring it out, sis. If you seek your find, lay yourself hard, treat yourself like a queen. Life is short. Don't you never let nobody crush your dream. Swing, bowed and bloody, but not broken. Defiled and muddy, but outspoken. Growl ferocious and so focused. Never let them make you a token. Fire in your eyes, but let them know you a cold piece. You woke, they drive you like hypnosis. Alive, they dead inside. They don't even know it. You beautiful, magnificent, worthy and real. Never let them bring you down to simple sex appeal. Harder than steel. All that you feel, channel it in motion. One foot in front of the other. Now let's go, sis. This is real life, not drama or showbiz. Keep the game tight. Never say that it's hopeless. Never let you get the best of me. I put that on the ocean in the air that I breathe. Up against the ropes like Muhammad Ali. Down for the count up before the bell rings. Never let you get the best of me. I put that on the ocean in the air that I breathe. Up against the ropes like Muhammad Ali. Down for the count up before the bell rings. Yeah. That's that call and response. I'm going to take a little intermission, and it was the wish of Sequoia, Dijon, Kizzee's aunt, for this to be a celebration when we came back to the block. And we did manage to get back here together all in one piece, right? And so we're going to keep that spirit of celebration going. This is an open mic, and that's what she wanted it to be. She wanted it to be a celebration of his life. If folks know him and want to get up and speak about who he was, you understand that no matter what these sheriffs are doing, we are releasing him to the ancestors. What we did out here today, we called out his name. We marched in his name. We had a procession in his name. We stood together in his name, right? That and his family, they did. They're doing what they're doing, and they're doing, the rites of passage and whatnot. But understand, as a whole, as far as us all coming out together for him and in solidarity with the family, we sent him back to the ancestors in love. You understand what I'm saying? And now he is watching us. So those who knew him and wanted to come and speak to who he was, it's an open mic. If you do art, you do poetry, you rap, bring your celebration. Raise the vibration. So this woman right here approached me when we were at the sheriff's station, and she wanted to share a poem. So I'm gonna pass the mic to her for her to do a poem.
I am right now getting up. Please give me a minute so that I can get it set up here really quick. Okay. This was from Longfellow. It was about passing on the peace pipe with the indigenous people, and we can use that for everywhere today. Oh, my children, my poor children, listen to the words of wisdom. Listen to the words of warning from the lips of the Great Spirit, from the Master of Life, who made you. I have given you lands to hunt in. I have given you streams to fish in. I have given you bear to bison. I have given you roe and reindeer. I have given you brant and beaver, filled with marshes full of wildfowl, filled with rivers full of fishes. Why then are you not contented? Why then will you hunt each other? I am weary for your quarrels, weary of your wars and bloodshed, weary of your fairs and preventions, of your wranglings and dissensions. All of your strength is in your union. All of your danger is in discord. Therefore be at peace henceforward, and as brothers live together. I will send a prophet to you, a deliverer of nations, who shall guide you and shall teach you. And he shall toil and suffer with you. If you listen to his counsels, you will multiply and prosper. If his warnings are passed unheeded. Now, for Shakur's mother, Ashante Secure, this is a poem that she had written called Revolution. This is the 21st century, and we need to redefine re-evolution. That is evolution. That will be our revolution. This planet needs a people's revolution, a human's revolution. A revolution is not about bloodshed or of going to the mountains and fighting. We will fight if we are forced to. But the fundamental goal of revolutions must be peace. We need a revolution of the mind. We need a revolution of the heart. We need a revolution of the spirit. The power of the people is stronger than a weapon. A people's revolution can't be stopped. We will not let it stop. That's my words. We need to be weapons of mass destruction, weapons of mass love, It is not enough to change the system. We need to change ourselves. We have got to make everyone ready to sacrifice to the end of world hunger, to sacrifice end colonialism, to end neo-colonialism, to end racism, to end sexism. Re-evolution means to end of exploitation. I can't talk. Evolution means end of exploitation. Re-evolution means respecting people from other cultures. Re-evolution is creative. Evolution means treating your mate as a friend and an equal. Revolution is sexy. Revolution means respecting and learning from your children. Evolution is beautiful. Evolution means protecting the people, the plants, the animals, the air, the water. Evolution means saving this planet. Evolution is love. Ashantai and Thor. Ashantai.
What's your name? Didi. Oh God, I was looking at her too, like I know her from school. Bingo. You said bingo? Bingo. What's her name? Bingo. What's her name?
Reparations in memory of our ancestors. Reparations in memory of our ancestors. All right. I just want to say, first of all, that, you know what? Stuff happens no matter where you go. Ain't it a blip when stuff happens? With enough money, enough stuff will happen. But first of all, we bigger than stuff. We tougher than stuff. I videoed you guys walking, coming back. It is simply gorgeous. I don't know how many of you knew, like I'm 73 years old, but my mother saying, cute as a button. And silly me, I believed it, all right? But I'm just saying that in 1960, it was a lady named Eula Love, and she was stopped on Imperial. And the civil